What we will try to do today is to redo the Apple landing pages, and we will do it with Teleport Studio, formerly known as the Playground, so you will excuse me if I use the old term again and again. It's getting hard. So a short tour of the workspace. What we got on the top here is a dashboard menu where we can see project setting to change the name of the project, and I will go inside and get you to this view. We can change the name of the project, change the name of the subdomain to which it will be deployed, the font and custom code. Going back to the design editor, we can see our name of the project, undo, redo, zooming, and on the right we can go and invite. I already invited Vlad to this project here, and we can keep inviting more people. The preview, for now we have nothing. We can toggle to see the generated code, download it, and publish it. On the center, in the middle, we have the canvas. This is where we will put our design. On the right, we have the different building blocks where we can drag and drop them, put some text, heading. I will mostly use the keyboard shortcut, and normally I shall have this little tool to help you. Yeah, it will arrive and it will give you a view if I'm not saying them. I will try to say them, but we will see how it's going. So you can drag and drop them or just use the keyboard shortcut which is behind them. Let me delete this container. That was just to show. Go away you. And then we have the file tab where we can see our pages and a component, as well as the tree view. For the moment, same, nothing. As well as the asset manager where we have the upload. We already uploaded all the images that we will need to use in this session. We have access to the Unsplash API to access to more images and some icon. Where, for example, I will need this because we will do Apple. On the right side, we have the inspector where we can visually style the different elements we had on the page, as well as some advanced CSS properties. Finally, if we click outside of the Canva, we access the design tokens, where I already populated it with the different colors that we will need to use. So if you would like to use a new one, you will add FFF8, you access this color, you will give it the good name that you want, and it will be added to those tokens. In my case, I just use the exact code because I will be copying the Apple website, and it will be easier for me to look inside the DOM, look inside the property, and get them right afterward. Those are for the token, the color token. We also have typographies where we have text styles. We can select a font and a bit more information, but I will mostly be focused on the size, the font size. One of them is missing. I will add them on the fly when needed. And finally, the layout with size, spacing, and radius, where I only added one or two here, which is the max width and triple unit that I will use in a moment. Okay, that's closes for the tour. We also have, a bit here. I don't really use all of them, but we have a bit more shortcut that you can see. Go away. Here, like this. We have access to the documentation, and you can join us on Intercom. Okay, let's get started. What I will start with is this navbar. In parallel, Vlad will start working on the footer because I will not have time to do everything. Let me show you what I will try to do. So the navbar, this big header, this second one, which will be a copycat. We will skip all of this, and Vlad will work on the footer in parallel, and we will add it at the end. I will also make a second page to demonstrate a bit the capabilities with this header in particular. That's about it. Let's get started. So, with the navbar, we add a row. Let's go and look at how it looks like. Here it is, 44 pixel, background color, 1D. So I go back, I added a container with the letter R for row. I go in the inspector, move it, the height to 44 pixel, and change the background color. Here I could put an hexadecimal code, but I can directly also select from my design token. And inside it, I will also put the layout to be centered. Inside this one, I will add another container which will have 100% with 100% and a max width of this. Here I'm using the size design token of 1048 pixels. Little bit of padding, similarly with this design token, and I have my navbar. I can start to add some stuff here. So if we look at the template, we have at the page we have one icon, a few links, and a few more icons. So let's go and start this. I already started writing Apple. So it appeared here, so I cannot see it, but with Ctrl+Shift+S, I can toggle the wireframe view, which is a little bit better. Let me center it. It will be centered vertically and space between. We will add also, while we are here, a magnifier, as well as a suitcase. Come here, I have the three of them. So I will change their color to be, which is the color? F5, F5. I go back into, so I multi-selected them, go back in the inspector, in the color, and I put the one that corresponds to the one I want. If I go out of the wireframe editor, I see they are here. But it's not over, I still need to add some text. So I can go here, you can see that in the file tab, my tree views start to be populated. So I just go here and normally, yes, I can start to add some text. So this text will be right in Mac, and it will have the color, the same color here. In addition, if I look at it, the font here, I can see that it is 14 pixels. So similarly, it's actually part already of my design token. So link navbar, it's here. I already put previously to 14 pixels. Now if I go out, that's a good one, and I will duplicate with Ctrl+D. And what do we have? iPad, iPhone, watch, TV, music support, iPad, escape, enter, iPhone, music, TV, support. Okay, so I know I have a navbar, more or less, but I think that's enough. Let's move on to the next section. This big one here, it should be 692 pixels. I don't know where it appears, but yeah, it's here. So what I go into my home. I add a new row, which is here, and 692. Here it goes, and I will add a background image. This background image should be here, and that will be this one here. I put this position in center, and I have it. Inside this one, the alignment horizontal will be centered, and I will add another container. Come on here. Yes, so I'm in this one, and I have my container. Inside this container, what do we have? If I go inside the DOM, I have this div. This is a div that I want to do. I have two heading, another div with 2 paragraphs, and one last div with 2 links. So let's go. Heading with letter H, another, which one? How is it? Another div. Inside this div, we put 2 paragraphs like this. We escape. We add another row container. We click inside, and 2 more text. Okay, that's what I want. I will style them and put the content. Let's start by the content. So here it is. I will just copy directly from the DOM's information. Going back and forth with this paragraph here. Now on to the link, almost there. And finally, this one. Okay. Now let's see our tree view. This main container here had a padding of 55 above. So let's go here. 55, enter, perfect. The first heading has nothing special. The second one has a margin of 6. Margin of 6. The next div has a margin of 14 above. This div it is this one. Alors, okay, so the width should be 100%, so the line don't collapse. And a margin of 14. Inside it, this first paragraph has a margin of 7. And the second one, which is here, has nothing. The next div, margin of 14 above. This is this one. This one should be center, yes, and margin of 14 above. And height 100%. Similarly for this one, with height 100%. This one with an height 100%, and this big one here also should be aligned vertically. Okay, we have this. Now let's go to the typography. So I already know them. Of course I do. This H2 here has a font size. Where are you? 56 pixels. So I already make them. They are already in my design token. If I go here, that would be the H2. This one would be H3, and those two would be the link header. But those two were not yet in my design token, and this one should be like this also. Okay. Those two were not yet put set up, so let's go and try to see where they are. This at font size of 17 pixels. So let's show how we can do the design token. I clicked outside of the Canva to access the design token, and here I will add it on the right panel. So I give him the name P. I know that's not a good developer practice, but I'm not a web developer, so I have a joke here. And I put the size of 17 pixels. Now, if I go inside those two, I can multi-select them. And in the inspector, in the text style, I can select the new text style P that I set before. Okay, we just have one last margin that I forgot with those two links. They are here. Nothing. This one has 35 margin on the left, the second one. Margin 35. Okay, now on to the color. Nope. Come here. So the H2 color 1D. Let's make all of them directly. The paragraph 867 and the link 06. So 1D. These two will be like this. These two would be like this, and those two would be like this. Okay, that's for this section, for what I wanted to do. Now we can move to the next one. You can see that it's very similar, so I will just copy it and we will see and make the modification needed. So I have it below, just Ctrl-C, Ctrl-V. Let's start with the text. I click inside it. This is this div. Okay. I just have a few changes to do. This one and makes a good price, huh? And this one. Now I will change the background image just like this and catch it here. And of course now I need to change those two. So if I'm correct, that should be this one. Okay, so now I make my second section, and I will start to tackle some other things. Here, if we can see in the model website, that when I am hovering over those links on the navbar and over those call to action in each of the header, they are becoming underlined or changing colors to something lighter. So what I will do is to show you how the states can be done in the playground. To do so, we go here, we select this specific icon, and we can go inside the inspector and look and add a new state. So when it will be hovered, we will go and give him a lighter color. So that is good because I just have one lighter color. Hopefully we can see it. And I can do something, I can copy it, and if I right click, oh, my bad. Okay, yeah, I went a bit too fast here. I tried to undo, but it did not. We go back, put this one here. Come on, no problem. And go back to this one. So the state, hover, and another color. So normally copy, and you can see that there is a, yeah, I think this one disappeared. There is a path style, Ctrl-Alt-V, and we can see that on the right, the hover right. But I think that I lost something. I lost an element here. What did I do? Yeah, this icon. Okay, yeah, that's I will just delete it.
Just delete it and add it again.
Yeah, that would be a bit easier. So that was a magnifier. We add it here, we move it here, and we change this color to this one. We go out of the design editor. Okay, we can go again. So Control C, and now if I go here, Ctrl-Alt-V, this one was already done, and the hover state arrive for those elements. If I go, I need to make it separately from the text and the icon, but let's go do this. If I go here, I add the hover state, and this one. Now this one has the hover state, so I Control C it. And now we can see on the right in the inspector, this hover state is not done, but if I go Ctrl-Alt-V to paste the style, this hover state arrives also. Let's repeat this operation for our other links, and they are here. So now when I will go in the preview and hover over them, normally they should have a different style. We will do the same for those CTA here. Hover, and here we cannot really do this underlining this way because we have a text style. I mean, I did not manage to do it, but I could do it like this inside the advanced inspector at the decoration. So under hover, if it's and we are underlined. I will do the same here, and because I cannot paste the style, otherwise I will also paste the padding, the margin that I set. Decoration, underline. Okay, but I can paste them below. So Ctrl C, Ctrl-Alt-V, and the hover state arrive. Perfect. Ctrl C, Control Alt V. Okay, now we dealt with the states. Vlad, where are you with your footer? I think
I'm almost done.
okay. I will keep moving on the next page in the meantime. So to do so, what I will do, why we're trying to do a next page is to demonstrate a bit how to one of the usage of the component. In this case, try to use the same navbar and footer in all the pages of your website to just change it once. So to do so, I can right click on my navbar or on any component, any element in the tree view, and make it a component. What we can see here is that there is a new item that appeared in this component of the file tab, and I will call it navbar. Enter. Okay, go back in home, and now this one you see is highlighted in purple, and it's not, I don't have the tree view available, but if I click inside it, I can go and edit it. What I will do now is add a new page, and we will call Mac. And this page, Mac, which is empty for now, we will just drop on navbar. So this way, I just have to change it once. And to populate it a little bit better, let's try and let's make rapidly this small section here, so it's not empty. Let's take a look at what we have here. It's slightly different, but I will just copy paste it, remove a few stuff, add a few more, and change this image inside it. So it's not a background image, it's a simple image. Go back home. So here on the right, we can see we have different tabs where we can access directly our different components and pages. I copy this container and I just paste it here. I will go inside it, inside the inspector on the right. I'm moving to remove the background image. I will remove a few more stuff. Let's go in the tree view, that will be a bit easier. This one, I delete you. This one, I delete you. And I will add a button. So I mostly use them, use a keyboard shortcut to put them, but you can see that I can put them also with drag and drop. This button, which is right and by, please just don't do this. Okay. Okay. We will put a background color, this blue. The text color will be this one, and the style of the border will be hidden. Radius 8 pixel radius. That should be close enough. And we still need to add also this these images. So to do so, in my upload, in my asset, I can go catch this image, and I think I can drag and drop it like this. Oh, whoa, that's no. Let's go into tree view. That will be again easier to modify them. This image is here, but this container, why did it go? You should be, yeah. Here it goes, much better. And I will give him a width of, let's say, 600 pixel. Okay, okay, close enough. Yeah, let's change a bit the text. Mac, say hello. Oh, yeah, you can use this here. Okay, let's say it's good enough. Now I have a second page. What do I do to know to link inside to go inside from one page to another? Is that I go inside this component, and this one will be my home page. This one will be the Mac page, and this one also. And I will, yeah, okay, one more because it's a bit boring. And we go back here. So only the few link will be this. We'll go back in home, and we go here. Okay, you already added one more section with some legal stuff below. And can we drop the footer inside, Vlad?
Of course we can.
So
Just a
I
sec.
think I will just go and do this. Okay, Vlad did it much better. And we have our footer, which is inside. And is it in the Mac page also? I think you can do it.
If you want, just drag it so people can see.
Here we go. But, I have a small problem here. Yeah,
You can.
that's much better.
That's it.
Okay, I now have 2 pages and Hoover. Let's take a look. So I'm clicking here on the preview. I'm not done. I have a few stuff to change, but let's see what we have. I have my my main page. It's a bit. We have not enough pixels, but in the deploy version, it's working better. And we can see that we have our full page. How the hoovering is working. Yeah, I think I did not select the good color. But it's working for those links. It's working for those links. Let's go in the second page so I can switch to the next one. Yeah, also. And it's working here. Yeah, I didn't pick the good color. That's fine. Okay, but there is something we can do more. If we look at the original web page, go back here in the landing page. And if I start to collapse, if I take a different resolution, yep, around 750 pixels, we change. The navbar is changing and the background images are changing. So that's what we are going to work on now. To do so, we use media queries, and I will try with a bit of luck, it will work straight away. Let's go into this one. I select this resolution, and at this resolution I will change and take this image. I will do the same for the next one. Come here and take this image. Okay. Oh, and we can see that Vlad already did the responsiveness, where when we go, we move, and when we move to smaller resolution, it change the footer to look differently. Yeah, he's a web developer, I am not, so he's a little bit faster than me. If I go back to 1200, we still need to tackle the navbar. Let's double click inside, and here is how I will do it. I will clone to have I will make 2 containers. In the second container, I will remove all of the text. And when we are at 1200, this container, which does not contain any text, I will set it to be not visible. Okay. And when we are at 767, this container will be visible, but this container will not. Okay, let's try it. And yeah, I got it right the first time. I'm getting good. And let's just change the icon slightly. We need a hamburger menu. So if I go here in the icons, hamburger. Go back into wireframe mode, change its color to this one, outside of the, and we put it on the right, and we will delete this one. Okay, I think that should look correctly here. And we go back to 1200. We also need to go on our Mac page here and add another image, because if we look here, come on, we have the same phenomenon. Come on, up. When we go to a lower resolution, we switch to another image. So let's try to do this. I will use the same breakpoint also. We have already this image in my asset. Here in my upload, that is this one. I can drag and drop it here, and I will make it a width of 300 pixels should do. But when we are at 1200, this image should not be visible. And when we move to 767, go back in the tree view, this image should be visible, and this image should be invisible. Let's take a look how it's working. Yes, so below, above, and I'm good, I'm satisfied. So that's, I think we arrive to everything I wanted to show today. Let's move on to the rest of the workspace. You already saw this preview. Let's see live if my latest change did not break too much things. We go here and we go here. Okay, that works. Similarly for the main page. Come here. Okay, we go here and we go here. So it's working. Let me just go here and start publishing the code because it takes a moment. We update it. It takes just a moment. That will give me enough time to show some of the other functionalities with the generated code. So what we have here is that we can toggle and untoggle to see the code, and we can see it in React, Vue, Angular, etc. And there is a small technology that I would like to speak a little bit. It's the UIDL. It stands for User Interface Definition Language, and it has behind TeleportHQ Teleport Code Generator. So this is a big JSON which contains all the information about the design of the website. And what is kicking in from this JSON is the Teleport Code Generator. It's open source, it's on GitHub, and it will generate the code in different flavors of JavaScript. And that's the technology. It's quite a bottleneck, all the information to arrive here, and we can then kick over. And it simplified, from an engineering point of view, it simplifies a lot the workflow that we are trying to attain. You can also, once you selected your code in one or another flavor, you can download it as zip or continue with Code Sandbox. This one will take a second always to load. Where we can.
Meanwhile, you probably saw that our site is live right now.
Yeah. But I want to finish this one. Yeah, and here we can see, so the project is available on Code Sandbox. And for our site, which is live, we have a green pop-up that arrived in the middle of the screen, and I can go and see it. We will share the link with you in the webinar. By the way, I will do it directly already. Here goes, it's in the chat, and we can see that already the resolution is much better. Like I talk, we had a problem when we train, and it start to look like something with the states are here. And let's check the responsiveness. F12, please. You can do it. Okay, it does not want to do it. Okay, it does not want to do it. Let's go this way, no problem. And we can see here, yeah, it's changing. So that's what I wanted to show you for today. So if we make a small summary, you saw the workspace of the studio. You saw how to create components to use them over several pages. You saw how we can use states to change how the UI will look like if it's hovered or other things. And you show to download the code, see it in Code Sandbox, or even publish it and deploy it directly. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed, and I think I will let the floor for the developer to answer the question you could ask. Thanks.